And now it's time for Houston's hottest relationship advice talk show, Love in Black with Tory and Teri. This show is sponsored in part by Gracie's on Kirby in Houston, Texas, and the Carrabba's Family Restaurants. And now your hosts, Tory and Teri.
Hey, and welcome back to another episode of Love in Black with Tory and Teri. We know that you have a choice on this Saturday morning of what to listen to, and we're so glad that you're choosing to listen to us.
That's right. That's right. Hey, baby.
Hey,
happy Saturday, everyone. We are happy to have you with us today. As you all know, we are marriage relationship experts. So when you need marital, relationship, individual, or family counseling, go to our counseling site at iforeverwill.com.
And please don't forget to support our sponsors that so graciously give to us. They are Gracie's Restaurant, Valencia Couture, and Gulf Coast Jewels. You can find them all on their social media platforms at those names.
Yes.
So, you know what? I don't want to sound like an angel or even a hypocrite. And most of you guys that know us, I've confessed long time ago that I've done my dirt in the past as far as relationships are concerned, right? But with that, there's a lot of temptation out there, right? So why do you think a person that has a tendency to, let's say, cheating in a relationship, right?
I was wondering where you were going. Okay.
Yeah, want to either remain with the person that they're with and they're cheating on, or knowing they're cheating, going into a relationship and want to marry someone and continue to do it, right? Why would they even consider hurting their mate by cheating on them?
You know, it just reminds me of something. You know, back in college, my motto was, I don't cheat first. Meaning, if I discover my boyfriend was out with someone, touche, game on, I'm dating whoever I want, when I want. May the best man win. Ladies, that does not mean
the
sex.
best man.
Wait. So let me get this straight. Let me make sure I make this extremely clear. Ladies, this does not mean sex. Now, let me make it clear, and I mean it. Back in the day, cheating was considered as you being with, being seen out with someone, put it that way. With another guy or another girl.
How old are you?
Exclusive is exclusive. Hold on, no, whatever. Old enough to know better and to make different choices. But the thing is that exclusive was exclusive. And that term was, we go together. That was the term that was used, which meant we go everywhere together.
Yeah, but what you're saying, though, by saying all that is just a reaction to what was done to you, not to the person that cheats or stays with that married person. That's where I was going.
And I digress. I had to give that little tidbit. This is true. The answer for me is, why do people stay with people that cheat on them? And that would be fear. Mm-hmm. Okay? My answer is fear, straight up. People disguise it with loving the person or various reasons, remaining with a cheating mate. But overall, they fear being alone. And there's other excuses that are used, but that's the bottom line. They don't want to be, and they probably don't want to see him with somebody else. But one must come to the realization that you must first love God and know that God first loved you to truly know the love you deserve. So when you know that, then you're clear of the assignment, if you will, and will have zero tolerance for mistreatment.
Well, with that being said, I'm just going to stick with hanging out with family members when they come to you. Anyway, today's show focuses on couples that cheat but still contemplate marriage.
Yes. Why is it still a thing, honey? Like what?
I don't know, but let's discuss it after the break, okay?
Okay, don't go away, you guys. We'll be right back.
Hey, what's up, family? This is KG Smooth, and you're listening to Love in Black with Tory and Teri right here on Praise 92.1.
So you're just gonna let him disrespect me like that?
I told you I'll handle it.
Well, you need to handle it right now.
Are you willing to fight for your relationship? Tune in to Love in Black with Tory and Teri on Saturday mornings at 10:30 a.m. And now, back to Houston's hottest relationship advice talk show, Love in Black with Tory and Teri. This episode of Love in Black with Tory and Teri is brought to you by Gracie's Restaurant on Kirby Drive and the Carrabba's Family of Restaurants. If you would like to be a guest, sponsor, or advertise, contact us at info@loveandblackwithtoryandterry.com.
Hey, and welcome back to Love in Black with Tory and Teri. Remember, if you need counseling or just someone to talk to about your marriage or relationship, go to iforeverwill.com, request a free consultation, or just schedule an appointment. Today, before the break, we were talking about cheating. But in going forward here, we're not just talking about one-sided cheating, although we're going to discuss that as well, right? But more so, we're going to talk about couples that cheat in their relationship. couples, I repeat, couples that repeat, I'm repeating, I'm sorry, couples that cheat in their relationship. I'm asking you, babe, do you believe they can forgive the other person for doing the same thing?
You know, this is why we're in mental health, you guys, because it is a thing and it's unfortunate. I mean, oh, what a vicious web we weave when we try to bring entanglements into our relationship. It's different. I'm going to say it one more time. It's different when the rabbit has the gun, right? I mean, come on.
Not the rabbit has the gun.
The rabbit has the gun, baby.
But let me ask you this. What happens if you're cheating on your significant other and you want to marry or continue to be with them? Is it fair for you to have your cake and eat it too?
You know, most people who cheat in relationships claim to love their partner. They have claimed to love their partner that they have wronged, okay? That type of sincerity is very doubtful.
All the time.
I mean, right? After all, if you really love someone, it means you have to maintain a certain level of trust, commitment, and honor. I mean, right? What's the whole point? So no, I'm not with having their cake and eating it too. Someone is going to get hurt. It's just, I mean, that's bottom line.
Yeah.
All the time.
You know, I said at the top of the show, even though I am a reformed cheater, and by the way, disclaimer here, I never cheated on my wife. Thank God. Never cheated on my wife. But I believe when you cheat, it means that one, you can't be trusted. You can't commit. You have no respect for your partner. And I'm back up. You don't have any respect for yourself and your partner.
Thank you.
And the bottom line is you probably just don't care about them as much as you think you do. So all these people that talk about love, you know, I love them and I cheated because of whatever. People gonna cheat. People gonna do what they want to do.
Yeah, it's like, you know, the thing is the ultimate question we're answering here is how can a cheater still love the partner that they cheated on? I don't see it. I just don't see it.
Yeah. In my experience, a lot of people cheat out of anger. And again, I'm talking for myself right now. Anger, resentment, also to boost your self-esteem in some cases. I mean, you know, at one point I would just, you know, back in the day, even though I was in a relationship, I would just see if I still had it. You know, I'd go to the park or the mall or whatever, and I'd just see if I still had it. You know,
I'm ready, baby.
I wasn't, and I admit, and that's why through therapy and everything, even self-therapy like with us, I'm able to actually come out and say this stuff.
Right.
Because one, I'm teaching it, so I don't want to, like I said, at first sound like a hypocrite. But two, it's really important that other people see that you can change.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's the praise report. And I'm so glad that God saved the best for last, right?
Thank you.
Okay, so here's the thing. You know, that's true. That's true. But let's say this. Don't forget, keep in mind, there's also lack of, intimacy. Like you talked about the things that you did, and those were selfish. Let's just call a thing a thing. Those were selfish. Yeah. But there's also the lack of intimacy. There's neglect, and the biggie, communication. So let me ask you this. Is cheating on your partner the equivalent of narcissism? Would you say that?
Not really. I say no because all cheaters aren't narcissists.
No, not all, no.
Okay.
That's where people's go-to, though. That is their go-to.
Exactly. And I mentioned at first that people do what they want to do, right? And that's the whole thing. Those things that you mentioned, lack of intimacy, neglect and things, lack of communication, if you're not getting that at home, you need to work on that because like we always say, one hand can't clap, right? So if you're not working on that, these things are going to happen. That don't mean that, just because, my wife isn't showing me any intimacy or I'm not doing this or that she has to roll out or I have to roll out. It doesn't mean that. It means that you work on those issues.
Got work to do.
Right? And when we were on 97.9 The Box the other day, a caller had called in and he was saying, man, I'm doing all this. I'm doing all that. Well, you got to try a little harder, right? So to answer your question again, no, I don't believe that narcissism has anything. It does have something to do with it in some cases.
No, some cases, absolutely.
Yeah, but
it's
all
not,
cheaters.
It's just not the tag that you put on everything.
Yeah, and all cheaters are narcissists, right? So I did it myself for a few reasons, and and a lot of times it was depending on who I was with, right? And again, I'm not making excuses or anything, but when I was younger, I had those fleshly urges, I had temptations, but as I got into more serious relationships and started, remember I told you, I didn't even figure out my level of maturation. I was 35 one day when I figured, hey, I'm finally at that age where, why am I doing this stupid stuff, right? Let me get myself together. Let me start working on me. Let me start doing my self-care, my soul care, and figure out, why am I doing this? So the bottom line for me back in those days, in some cases, it was just to fulfill an urge. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
Thanks for sharing your truths, baby. You know, we always tell our counselees, thanks for sharing your truth. And that's the same thing here. The other bottom lines are people imitate their experiences from growing up.
Yeah.
How many have seen, that's the way to go. That's what the uncles did. That's what the daddies did. The grandpas did. I mean, from growing up, they saw this. And then previous relationships. So they need to break those cycles. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a new day. And understand that, in breaking these cycles, you got to commit. There's time to start committing to yourself first, and then you're able to commit to another person to just start living differently.
Yeah. In that same vein, hurt people. Right? Therapy is needed to modify those past behaviors, I believe.
This is true.
Yeah.
Do you believe that people actually love the people they cheat on?
I believe they think they do. But to be honest,
I agree.
It's selfish. It's being selfish. I was selfish back in the day when I did what I did. Instead of keeping people hanging on and doing what I wanted to do, I could have just or should have just left the situation.
Right.
Let
Keep
them
it 100.
find someone else that was better for them.
Absolutely.
Right. Instead of being selfish and, like we said at first, having your cake and eating it too. Right. I was doing that. So,
it's a healthy mindset. I mean, when we're younger, we make different choices, just like what I said. I was like, oh, I'm out. Okay, I'm doing my own thing now.
Yeah.
Just not giving anybody a chance to. There's no talking going on. Nobody's really communicating. So that's really true, honey. And where emotions are involved, things can get really challenging, and feelings are even more troublesome to figure out. So with that, let's take a short break and come back with the letter of the day. How about that?
That's good. That's good. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
You know what? You don't trust me, and I don't trust you. So now what?
We need help. We can't do this by ourselves.
Are you willing to fight for your relationship? Tune in to Love in Black with Tory and Teri on Saturday mornings at 10:30 a.m. We now return to Love in Black with Tory and Teri.
Hey, welcome back. Don't forget to go to iforeverwill.com for your individual, marriage, relationship, and family counseling needs.
Yeah. Hey, I know you guys hear I Forever Will and also Love in Black.
Yes.
And it's like, okay, which one is which? You can go to either website and find the information on both. But when we are talking about I Forever Will, we're really talking about our counseling business, and we're talking about Love in Black. We're talking about the TV show, the radio show, when we're out in the general public and all. So if you guys are interested, like we always say, in being a sponsor, wanting to advertise, have a letter like these letters we're about to read now, or questions for us to answer for you online, all you got to do is go to Love in Black with ToryandTeri.com, and you can click on the radio show button, and there's information you can fill out there pertaining to everything I just said. So, I said a lot.
We got a lot going on, but it's a good thing.
We
God
do,
is
we
good.
do, we do.
Amen.
And having said all that, let's talk about this letter. Today's letter of the day, and I mentioned last week, for those of you who heard, and I'm proud of them. Two of my cousins, they're twin sisters, and they started their own business. So today's letter of the day is again brought to you by our family at Compassionate Angels Caregiver LLC. I know. Look, I'm always right sometimes. I keep telling you.
Here we go.
Contact them for home care services for seniors and our special needs population. You can find them at CompassionateAngels2.com. That's CompassionateAngels2.com. Thank you again, Stacy and Tracy, for embarking on this mission. It's really, really needed.
Woohoo! I love it.
Yeah.
Lead with love.
So speaking of reading, I'm gonna throw my spectacles on because last week I butchered the letter because I didn't have my glasses on. So I'm got them on right now.
I'm reading right along with you.
All right, dear Tory and Teri, I have a serious question and I need an answer fast. I'm getting married next week. Ooh. Please pick my letter. I need a professional opinion as soon as possible. Okay. And by the way, we've already contacted this person, so this was a while ago. But anyway, okay, this is what happened. My fiance cheated on me, and I found out from her bachelor party video. By the way, we had both of our parties about 2 weeks ago. I confronted her about it, and she admitted it, saying it was the only and last time to experience someone new. That said a lot. Experience someone and then new. Highlight that. Also, we've been together since freshman year in high school. I know I am her first and only. So she said. Anyway.
What did you say? Experience someone new? What is it?
That's what
you said you like that time to experience someone new.
No, I said highlight that.
Highlight that, because I got it.
Because that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy, that response. Anyway, I know I am her first and only. So she said.
Stop.
Okay, I'm sorry. That wasn't part of the letter. We also went to the same college. I'm willing to forgive her because I cheated on her with my off and on side chick over the years before I proposed.
Okay, I didn't know about this. You called him because I haven't talked to him. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, and I also slept with the stripper at my bachelor party for my last time as a single man. My best man, which is my big brother, said I should dump her, but I love her and I still want to marry her. What should I do? I believe her and really believe it's just us forever.
Forever?
Forever? Anyway, we never had any real problems or issues. She's a good girl. Should I forgive my fiance and move forward with the wedding? Oh my God. This is loaded, and like I told him when I had reached out to him, right, and he did give us permission to use this on the air.
Remember, we have daughters as you answer this. I just want to say that. And sons, so I really can't wait to hear.
Well, I'm a mature person, so I give a different answer now than I probably would have 20 years ago. But anyway, ask yourself, man, is this worth forgiving your fiance when you did the same thing? I like what my wife said earlier about the rabbit got the gun now.
Yeah, exactly. That part. Here's the thing. Okay, first of all, and it's a lot to unpack. Okay, so what I'm hearing that is just screaming in every line of this letter is immaturity and not ready. Definitely need some guidance. You want guidance like right now, not right now, right now. You want guidance from us because this wedding is coming up. Hold the phone on the wedding, for real, for real. You need to get counseling ASAP to unpack it, because if you're putting this in the letter, there's so much you did not put that we need answers to.
Exactly. And also, what if it was her writing this letter about you? Right? What if it was her? How would you feel? Wouldn't that, I'm thinking a little hypocritical.
Oh my God, like the side piece. So what happens? You leave her and then you decide to go to the jewelry store to purchase a ring for the other one. Like, did you even break it off? Was there a real breaking off with that? Was there this revelation?
Well, you said off and on, which meant that it's kind of indefinite.
Well, it's been for a period of time, but it's also been in spurts. So my thing is, when you proposed, I'm hoping that was an off period, or was about to be, obviously, but is it really off? Yeah. And what revelation did you have to even come to that, to propose? There's a lot. That's what I'm saying. There's so many questions here. As for your fiance telling you that it was her last time, and you said, I know, I'm her only, because, we've been together since freshman year and we dated in college.
Hold on. Let me ask this. You say that he said that she was he was her first and only, right? You had a side piece. Was she under that same assumption?
Oh my God.
So these are things, again, when I say we talk about. Did she not say
nothing, to have it off and on for how long?
Exactly. And if the video hadn't come out, would she even have said anything? So we truly don't know our partners as well as we probably all think that we would want to, right? But what's really big about this, and again, I've already worked with this guy and everything. And again, he says, okay, to put this out here. But what does that say about your character?
Absolutely.
And your integrity?
Absolutely.
Or does it even matter to you? And if it does matter, what are you teaching your kids?
Okay, so let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Because, the ladies want to know. You've done some work with him. Because you guys, we don't share our clients with each other. We really do keep
the only reason I'm saying is,
confidential.
again, caveat here, the only reason, or disclaimer, is because he wants this out.
Okay, so let me ask you this, though. Is the side piece really, really gone?
Allegedly. He said he is.
Okay.
She is.
Because, see, that's the thing. I mean, I'm like, walks like, quacks like,
Yeah.
all that. So, but I mean,
because he's still, according to the letter, and let's assume we're responding according to the letter, and not the fact that I'd already reached out to him because of the time
this
and
is true
other
because
things.
this could be someone's situation. I mean,
Exactly.
Oftentimes, any letter that we read, trust me, there's so many other people out there with the same issue.
Exactly.
So this is the case. So
Well,
right.
well, what
speak
I was going to say was, in the letter, you're still claiming the side piece. You never said you let her go. You said you're still claiming the side piece.
That's why I had the question that I did. So my thing is this. That's why I said I don't know what hat to wear here because I'm a mother. I have daughters as well as being a therapist. So my thing is I'm gonna give it to you from a therapist standpoint, and that is definitely you need counseling right away. I would not get married in a couple of weeks because there's too much to take care of. I think that you guys need to come clean. And then also we need to look at your why for this. What's the ultimate why? Is it because you were together since you were freshmen in high school? Because you don't have to.
Yeah.
Just because. Even though people expect that of high school lovers, that doesn't mean high school sweethearts. That doesn't mean that you have to, follow through. But I will say this, as a therapist, get counseling absolutely immediately. Now, part 2. As a mother, I would not want my daughter to marry him. I would not. I just wouldn't.
And as a father, I definitely...
we're not secure with that. And
No.
we would have to give our blessing. We're not secure with that. I think that everything needs to be on the table, really and truly. Now, it's not to say that delayed means denied. It doesn't mean that delayed means denied. It's just saying that, there's work that has to be done. But as of right now, and you guys supposed to be getting married in a couple of weeks? Oh, no, baby, it's on hold.
And you know what? That's why, that's why I led off the show with explaining, and again, this isn't new, our audience have heard me say that before, but the thing is, that's why I led off the show with me not being an angel or I don't want to sound hypocritical, and I laid it out there. Hey, this is my truth. This is what, what I've done in the past, right? And through therapy and self-help work on myself, I'm able to overcome those things. And once you get older, I mean, it's a certain time and place. It's like, you read through Ecclesiastics. It's a time and a place for everything, a season for everything.
Well, and as well as, when I was a child,
exactly.
As I became a man, I put away childish
exactly.
things. And that may be what he's trying to do as far as writing this letter and really wanting it out there and wanting the guidance. So kudos on that. I'm not trying to really slam you. I didn't hear prayer, though. I don't know what your Christian life is like, what your walk is like, and you coming into covenant with this woman. So you definitely need some prayer. So that's why I'm glad you
check this out.
You should contact us.
Yeah.
Yes, baby.
Those of you that are still doing that stuff, right? Why would you ask a person to marry you if you're knowing you have a side piece, or like I said at the beginning of the show, that you have a tendency to cheat?
That's what I'm saying. I believe
why?
We went to the
What's
same
your
college.
motive? But what's your motive?
Right. I think that they're just doing what is expected to do because chronologically at a certain age, you do this and then you do that. So now we have gone to high school. We were high school sweethearts. We went to college together. She been my boo all this time. So now we're going to do this. It may be that, hey, we both get in our bag. We look good together. We make good money together. We make a good couple. We a power couple. Who knows? But for the wrong reasons, especially if it's just because what other people expect.
Yeah.
What do you expect of yourself
Exactly.
in something that, serious as this, as marriage? It's real. Yeah. It's really real, you guys.
So in my opinion, if you both cheated, you're not ready. You're not committed to each other, obviously.
Your work.
Yeah. And what she said is what I was doing when I was coming up with all those things of why I was cheating. I was giving excuses. And that's all she did. That was an excuse. Remember I said I underlined that,
You said highlighted, absolutely.
Those are just excuses. You did that because you wanted to.
Yeah, she did.
The opportunity was there. It presented itself, and you did it.
Well, she felt that she would be missing out, so she had to make sure she checked before she went into this long term, which meant that she was probably thinking, I'm not going to, so I need to check.
And that's why pre-relationship stage is called single. I mean, you do what you want to do while you're single.
Baby, and I'm going to say this to you. I mean, yes, I have been proposed to before and said no. Every proposal doesn't have to have a yes. Yeah. Be sure you're sure.
Yeah. So again, in my opinion, you guys aren't ready. If you really want to marry each other, though, you got to lay it all out on the line. My wife mentioned something a few moments ago that I always say. What's your why? Yes. All right. I don't care if you love each other to the cows come home. What's your why for wanting to marry this person? What's your why for wanting to be with this person? Because if you address these whys, you're not going to have the side pieces. You're not going to have the one last time or one, or whatever. And if they've been with each other, if he was her only one, right? Why is she talking about another experience with someone else?
That's why I said, why is it that she feels she's missing out on something that she had to do? But again, it all boils down to maturation, you guys. It's the maturity going in. It's no joke. Forever is forever, ever, and it's a long time.
Exactly. And what you guys really have to do is, when my wife and I met, you guys heard this story before, we were intentional about what we wanted and how we wanted it and things. So you really have to bleed on each other. You have to be vulnerable with it. You have to let these things out and get help, and that starts with identifying the cause root analysis of why you're cheating or why you do these things. A lot of this stuff happens because it's what we're accustomed to. It's what we grew up around. It's and a lot of guys, it's the bravado. I can't get it. I'm sorry. It's all of that, things that you think that make you a man. And it really, in the whole grand scheme of things, it doesn't. Now, again, there's a lot of good guys out here that's never cheated and devoted family members and all, and our hats go out to you. But for a lot of us, and I say a lot of us,
supposed to be done.
Yeah, because we counsel a lot of people throughout the week. So, a lot of us are out there like that, male and female.
Let me just say this, though, because we didn't touch on the fact that your big brother told you, your best man,
bad advice,
told you not to do it. This is the thing, though.
I'm sorry, good advice. I'm sorry.
Don't just go, it is, but don't just go on that. I know he's your brother and he's looking out for you, and I don't know how much dialogue went with that except to just be like, dump it. But this is the thing. Get in touch with clinicians, therapists that can help you, counselors that can guide you through this, because you got to know why you're going to call it off if you do.
Exactly.
You're not ready to, so you need to understand why, if that's something that you are going to go.
So here are the easy steps. 1, talk to each other, communicate with each other, communicate your needs, communicate your whys. And if you're not ready, be honest and say, you know what, I think you're the person that I may want to be with, I may want to spend the rest of my life with, but I'm not ready yet because I still have all these urges in me. I have all these things. I want to experience other people. I want to do this, and this. I know the millennials or whatever generation is out now probably listening to this going, oh, we got a name for that. Oh, we got a title for that. So, but anyway, the thing is that 1, identify what's going on. All right, look at yourself in the mirror and talk to each other. Be vulnerable with each other. Make those discoveries through individual counseling and then couples counseling. And more importantly, take it to God. Ask God to cover you guys. Hey, God, is this what you want from me? Is this the person that I'm supposed to be with or whatever? Because no matter who you're with, you are the common denominator, right? And if you cheated in the past and you haven't reconciled either with God or yourself, it's going to continue. So you're the common denominator, so it doesn't matter who you with.
Yeah, you're just running. So listen, we're out of time, you guys. So don't forget, you guys, contact us for your counseling needs at iforeverwill.com. We'll talk to you next week right here on Praise Houston, 92.1 and 102.1 HD2. We love y'all. Make love, not war. Have a good week.